Have you ever wondered why some people smile when you struggle? Why certain people become strangely uncomfortable the moment you start succeeding? Why a friend grows distant after your breakthrough? Why a colleague quietly celebrates your mistakes? Or why someone who once supported you suddenly begins hoping you fail? The answer is darker than most people realize. Because not everyone is fighting against you. Some people are fighting against what you represent, and that changes everything. Most people believe that if they are kind, hardworking, and respectful, others will naturally want the best for them. It is a comforting idea, a beautiful idea, but reality is often far more complicated. The hidden truth is that your success forces people to confront themselves, and many people would rather see you fall than face what your growth reveals about them. Carl Jung understood something profound about human nature. He believed that every person carries a shadow, a hidden side filled with fears, insecurities, jealousy, resentment, and desires they do not want to admit exist. The problem is not that these emotions exist. The problem begins when people refuse to acknowledge them. When someone refuses to face their own shadow, it does not disappear. It grows in silence. It waits in darkness. And eventually, it finds a target. Very often, that target is someone who is becoming stronger. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how some people support your dreams when they are small? They cheer you on when success feels impossible. They encourage you when your goals seem unrealistic. But the moment your dream starts becoming real, something changes. The energy shifts, the support fades, the enthusiasm disappears. Why? Because your success is no longer a fantasy. Now it is evidence. Evidence that discipline works. Evidence that change is possible. Evidence that excuses are optional. And for some people, that is deeply uncomfortable. Every achievement you make becomes a silent question they cannot escape. If they can do it, why haven't I? That question creates psychological pain, not because you did anything wrong, but because your progress shines a light on their stagnation. And many people mistake that discomfort for hatred toward you. In reality, they are often angry at themselves. You simply became the mirror. This is one of the darkest lessons in life. People do not always hate you because of your flaws. Sometimes they hate you because of your strengths. Sometimes your discipline exposes their laziness. Your courage exposes their fear. Your honesty exposes their deception. Your growth exposes their excuses. And instead of changing themselves, they try to bring you down. Because pulling someone down often feels easier than lifting themselves up. Look closely at human behavior. When someone is weak internally, they become obsessed with external comparisons. They measure their worth by other people's failures. If others fail, they feel safe. If others struggle, they feel equal. If others remain small, they never have to question their own limitations. This is why some people secretly celebrate your setbacks. Not because they enjoy suffering, but because your failure temporarily protects them from confronting their own lives. It gives them relief, a dangerous relief, a relief built on your pain. And yet, the most fascinating part is that many of these people are not villains. They are not evil masterminds plotting against you. Often they are ordinary people trapped inside their own wounds, people carrying years of insecurity, years of self-doubt, years of unfulfilled dreams, years of silent disappointment. When those emotions remain buried, they transform. Disappointment becomes bitterness. Bitterness becomes resentment. Resentment becomes hostility. and hostility begins searching for a target. That target is often the person who reminds them of what they could have become. This is why jealousy is rarely about possessions. It is not really about money. It is not really about status. It is not really about success. Jealousy is about reflection. It is about seeing something in another person that reveals something painful within yourself. And that is why jealousy can exist even among friends, even among family members, even among people who claim to love you. Because love does not automatically eliminate insecurity, many people love you and envy you at the same time, support you and resent you at the same time, celebrate you publicly and compete with you privately. Human beings are far more complex than we like to admit. Jung understood this complexity better than most. He knew that the greatest battles are not fought between people. They are fought within people. The war between who we are and who we wish we were. The war between truth and illusion. The war between growth and comfort. And when someone loses that inner battle, they often begin fighting everyone around them, especially those who are winning theirs. Have you noticed that the strongest people rarely obsess over other people's success? There is a reason. People focused on building their own future do not have time to monitor yours. People committed to their own growth are too busy improving themselves. The person constantly watching your life is often neglecting their own. That is why criticism frequently comes from unexpected places, not from those ahead of you, but from those threatened by your movement, threatened by your ambition, threatened by your willingness to become something more. The strange thing about success is that it reveals people, not immediately, but eventually. When you are struggling, everyone appears loyal. When you are lost, everyone appears supportive. When you are average, everyone appears comfortable. But growth acts like a spotlight. It exposes hidden motives, hidden fears, hidden resentments. Suddenly, the people who said they believed in you begin questioning your decisions. The people who encouraged you begin doubting you. The people who once stood beside you begin distancing themselves. At first, this feels like betrayal. And sometimes it is. But sometimes it is simply revelation. They were always that way. Your success merely revealed it. This realization is painful. Because we want to believe relationships are pure. We want to believe everyone around us wants us to win. But wisdom begins when illusions end. The mature person understands that not everyone deserves access to their journey. Not everyone deserves front row seats to their dreams. Not everyone deserves intimate knowledge of their goals. Because some people clap with their hands while hoping against you in their hearts. And the more valuable your future becomes, the more carefully you must choose who walks beside you. This does not mean becoming paranoid. It does not mean distrusting everyone. It means becoming aware. Awareness is power. Awareness protects you from unnecessary disappointment. Awareness helps you stop seeking validation from people who secretly benefit from your failure. One of the greatest mistakes people make is trying to convince everyone to support them. It will never happen. No matter how kind you are, no matter how talented you are, no matter how much you help others, there will always be people uncomfortable with your growth, not because you are wrong, but because your existence challenges their story. Your courage challenges their fear. Your discipline challenges their excuses. Your transformation challenges their comfort. And some people will never forgive you for that. The brutal lesson is that your success creates two different reactions. In healthy people, it creates inspiration. In insecure people, it creates resentment. The difference has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with what lives inside them. That realization is incredibly freeing, because it means you stop taking everything personally. You stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. You stop apologizing for growing. You stop dimming your light so insecure people can avoid facing their shadows. And perhaps that is the most important lesson Jung wanted us to understand. The world changes when we confront our shadow instead of projecting it onto others. The jealous person must confront jealousy. The bitter person must confront bitterness. The fearful person must confront fear. Only then does true growth begin. But many people refuse. And those who refuse often spend their lives blaming, criticizing, and attacking others. Not because others are the problem, but because self-awareness is harder than judgment. Growth is harder than envy. Responsibility is harder than blame. So if you discover that someone wants to see you fail, do not let it break you. Let it teach you. Let it reveal something important about human nature. And most importantly, let it remind you never to become that person yourself. Because the greatest victory is not proving others wrong. The greatest victory is refusing to let bitterness enter your heart, refusing to become consumed by envy, refusing to measure your worth against someone else's journey. At the end of the day, every person faces the same choice. They can learn from the light in others, or they can resent it. They can be inspired by another person's success, or threatened by it. They can confront their shadow, or be controlled by it. And that choice determines the quality of their life. The people who secretly want you to fail are teaching you something without realizing it.
They are showing you exactly who you should never become. So keep growing, keep building, keep moving forward in silence. Not everyone will understand your path. Not everyone will celebrate your victories. Not everyone will be happy when you rise. But remember this, the people disturbed by your growth are often the ones most disturbed by their own lack of it. And that is the hidden truth. Your success does not create enemies. It reveals them. Your progress does not expose weakness in you. It exposes weakness in those who cannot handle seeing what is possible.
So walk your path without apology. Become everything you are capable of becoming. And never let another person's fear convince you to stay small. Because the moment you stop growing to make others comfortable, you have already failed yourself.